He's not sorry.
I'll just edit this out, so it doesn't matter.
Penis!
I have to edit it out now. Hello Booktube, I'm Scott.
I'm down.
We are Gunpowder Fiction and Plot, and today we have a tag video for you. It is the Nativity Tag. Now, before we go into the tag, shall we spill the tea on the latest Booktube controversy?
I don't feel like we can... I don't want to take sides.
No, like, these are two of our all-time favourite, best Booktube friends, and they're at each other's throats. I mean, like, so much
It's
so...
terrifying. They've got a hashtag, for goodness sakes.
If you are another booktuber out there and you like gossip, I think you have to check out Simon and Angie's
Feud. Hashtag Shoegate.
Yeah. So speaking of Simon, he is the creator of this tag today. Not that we're taking sides, Ange. That we're not taking sides. No. We're Switzerland. Switzerland, if one of you wants to invest lots of money in us, we would greatly accept that. Yes. The point of this is that there is this nativity play where...
We've got to cast it.
Yeah, I mean, everybody knows what the nativity play is.
Let's go.
Don't they?
Come on.
Right?
I hate this when people pad at the start of a tag.
Yeah.
And they're like, blah, 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 blah. And let's jump right in. Blah, 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 blah. And then it takes them 8 hours to get to the questions.
We don't do that. How do we get our watch time? Anyway, question number 1. Who are we casting? Which bookish character are we casting as Mary, the normal yet chosen protagonist?
For Mary, I picked Daniel from The Watchmaker of Filigree Street because he's basically dull until he's not.
He notices things like the smell of tea in the office, doesn't he?
Yes.
Very important, but does not make for the best superhero.
Well, or does it?
Or does it? Until one day a watch saves him from a bombing, and that is the start of The Watchmaker of Filigree Street.
Oh, yeah. Talk about getting chosen.
Yeah. There's also an octopus in that.
Scott's an octopus. What's next?
Joseph, the most loyal sidekick. I mean, you think if I wrote our answers down in one screen, I could have written the questions down?
I read The Hen Who Dreamed She Could Fly, and her most loyal sidekick was the Drake. Such a beautiful book.
Really easy to read, translated from South Korean, so if you're doing, well, from Korean. If you're doing the Invisible Cities readathon, keep that one in mind for when Korea comes up. Watch that not be one of the countries they pick now.
Beautiful book.
Yeah, it's such an easy read, it's so beautiful, and
anyway,
yeah.
And her sidekick is the Drake.
And the Drake just can't say what they do without spoiling it. Can
No
we?
spoilers.
Question number 3. 3 characters who give great advice. Who shall we cast as the 3 wise men? In typical, us, you style, you decided to cast a woman as a wise man, just to point out that we can have wise women as well.
She helps her sister get away with murder. In My Sister the Serial Killer, her name is Korede? I don't know how to say it.
Korede. You figure out how to pronounce it.
Korede?
Korede. I'd go for Korede.
Yeah.
I put down the Abbey Farrar in this. Now, in The Count of Monte Cristo, Edmund finds himself locked up in the Shadow Deer for the rest of eternity, and he's able to talk to his neighbour, and his neighbour teaches him how to speak other languages and do addition and the location to a buried treasure and how to...
The location to a buried treasure! Wait a minute! Double take!
Yeah, so like he gets all this education and a treasure.
Cool!
So, yeah.
And for our third wise man, I picked Hobie from the Goldfinch because I think that he is a guiding light for little Theo.
Yeah. Question number 4. Gabriel. Character who kicks it off and then sort of sods off.
Crake from the Mad Adam trilogy. He starts an apocalypse
and then just goes away. See ya. It's a bit rude of him, really.
Well.
Question number 5. Herod, the most evil character you can think of.
Scott. Sorry.
I just read American Psycho.
Oh, he's pretty evil.
Patrick Bateman is...
rank.
Yeah, he probably votes Republican. Yeah, not very nice at all. He's not even a real dentist. That's all I'll say.
What's next?
6. Baby Jesus. Central character with surprisingly little page time. So, you know, the first 4 questions we picked books we liked. 5 and 6, not so much. Moby Dick. I mean, is there any line in Doctor Who better than "shut up and get to the whale"?
There's heaps. The Potato Man, everything that he says is hilarious.
For the Sultaran Empire. You boy, girl, boy.
So good.
So good. Shepherd. Character who seems important but doesn't really do much. Yeah, so in this we've gone for Samuel Beckett's character, Goddo. I'm waiting for Goddo.
Yeah. Because he seems important.
All the characters are waiting for him to show up.
And
needless to say,
not so much.
He's probably not turning up. And that is the comedy.
Yeah.
That's the whole plot, by the way.
In case you were worried we were going to give you some spoilers today.
That's not a spoiler. That's the whole plot. Right there. Innkeeper. Character with the most famous line you can think of. And I've picked the line, before I can live with other folks, I've got to live with myself. And that is by Atticus Finch.
He's going in to tag some folks?
We do. So, who are we going to tag in this that we like? Well,
let's tag people we hate.
Let's tag people we hate.
No, I'm kidding.
No, that's...
No?
No. They probably don't watch us then. Okay. I am going to tag Roz from Scallydandling About the Books because she likes a tag.
Yes. She'll have some good characters too.
And she knows characters, yes. I
want to tag Kieran because I think he will...
He will, but Simon tagged him in the original.
Well, he's been double tagged then.
He's double tagged. You like
now
him
we
that
can't
much.
escape it.
In fact, if you're doing this, just tag Kieran until he does the nativity tag.
Yeah.
That's it. I'd like to tag a booktuber who's very new to us, but she is absolutely hilarious. She's never done a tag video before. So I'm going to tag The Font.
Yes! Do it.
If you haven't checked out The Font's channel yet...
Start with video 1 and then play video 2 and just sequentially until you are caught up.
Not being shady on the latest booktube controversy, but that video is relatively...
Key?
It's relevant.
Jelly bean.
It is a red jelly bean of a video, that one.
It is. Are we tagging anyone else?
Yeah, we should. Who else would you like to tag?
Let's take Ange just to stir the pot.
Yes. also, Simon made this before they had the feud, and Simon tagged Andrew just to point out how they were besties.
They have to come together again.
Yeah, Simon is just about the funniest person I've ever met. Like, not just on Booktube, ever. I mean, you're very funny, wife. I said just about. I left room.
Yeah, okay.
And I'd like to tag a couple of booktubers who I think are hilarious. So I'm going to tag Emma from Drinking by Myself because she's funny.
Yes.
And I'm going to tag Sean the Book Maniac because he is also very funny.
Okay.
Yeah. Who would you cast in, you know...
If you have opinions, tell us in the comments or do the video.
How would you get Moby Dick into the cult?
Bye.